Before desensitizing a horse to anything, it's important that you have some basic cues that the horse responds to, and that the horse can respond to your body language. So I'm going to just check it out before I go any further with desensitizing her to a plastic turf. So when I point to the right, she should go to the right. She moves in a quite nice circle here. When I bend to her hind end, she should step behind and stop. I go backwards, she follows, and I can get her attention quite easily. I also can back her up, or could. That could be better. Quite easily. It's not hard to get her to go backwards, and not hard to get her to go forwards. Because if you start desensitizing a horse that's not aware of you or aware of your body language, things can go very wrong. So I'm not going to start where I left in the last session, because in the last session the turf was big and she only had the small gap here to move past it. And I'm not going to start there, I'm going to start at the start with a small turf that I'm going to make bigger. And the idea here is that it will go faster and easier this time than the last time. But don't head directly for your goal, which is to have the horse walking calmly and even stopping at the turf. Don't start there. Start with just having the turf there and getting the horse used to it. Like this. Okay. One of the best things about pointing is that you can get your horse to go without using the whip. The whip is backup. The body language is the first signal. So again, I relax where the turf is, and I step it up where the turf is not. This is very good. She's lowering her head, looking at the turf. Just give her some time. And I can draw her to me and change directions. I don't really care if she's tensing up around here where the turf is not, but I want her to be like relaxed where the turf is. Like if she would start running now, it's no problem. Then she can go a couple of other rounds. I won't stop her from running, but it's a good thing that she kind of licks and chews, lowers her head while I'm walking on the turf. If your horse starts running when you walk on the turf, just let it run. And when your horse lowers its head and relaxes, step away from the turf and reward the horse from being relaxed. So the big clue here is that we want to teach the horses that relaxing is the answer to make the scary things go away. Whenever your horse is investigating the turf, that's a good thing. You don't want to interrupt that. Good girl. Now I'm in a dilemma because if I make the turf bigger, I will scare her with it. So I'm first going to get her to move away by allowing her to follow me. Thank you. It's a good thing to have the groundwork in order. And then I can make the turf bigger. And she's curious. This is great. This is really good. Exactly what I want. She's training herself now. Yeah, good girl. I think I'll ask her to go that way because she was more likely to go the other way. So I'm checking if she understands my pointing. I even have a slightly better trot. And I relax by the turf. Good thing. I think this is her kind of preparing to walk over it. She's convincing herself that this is not a dangerous object. And she is the only one who can convince herself that this is not dangerous. I can't, the veterinarian can't, the horse therapist can't, but she can. Okay, good girl. Den veien, bra. So again, I build on relaxing by the turf and work where the turf is not. She seems pretty relaxed. Good girl. The problem now is to get her to move away so I can make the turf bigger. So I need to have her kind of behind me. And I do like this. If she would want to run away now, it's okay, no problem. I don't care. She can run and wherever, and it's a good thing if the horse runs and uses a lot of energy where the turf is not. As long as they don't run and use a lot of energy where the turf is. We don't want that. Oh. She moves past it. Great. Good girl. And this is a much better way to start than to start with something that's too difficult. Although she did a great job last time and we had this established, you can't take for granted that you can start where you left. And again, whenever your horse is investigating a scary object, just leave them alone. I think the more difficult they are with these kind of things, the more benefit you have from the training. So I think she really needs this. But it's like she's thinking and absorbing it all, and yeah, the turf is nice. It's not dangerous. I can bite it. I can lick it. But she still doesn't like it near her feet. Okay, girl. I think now I might rest her when she has moved past it, because she now seems reluctant to keep on walking past the turf, because she knows, oh, when I get there I have to work. I'd rather stay where the turf is and relax and lick it and bite it and whatever. So I might change hand sides here and do the same from the other direction. I make the gap bigger from where she enters and smaller where she leaves. Okay, and I will try to rest her after she has walked past it, to kind of motivate her to walk past it and not stay, not always stop where it is. But this is not a bad thing. I think it's quite good for a horse like this. Okay. So the minute she has passed the turf, I will ask her to stop. She might turn the other way. And I ask her to stop here and turn this way. With this system you also get a whole lot of more turf training than if you do whole rounds. But then again, you don't get to practice trot walk transitions. But she seems pretty cool with the turf on both hands. So I will make the gap even smaller. She needs to be very athletic to balance beside the turf without touching it with her feet. Okay, let's try it. Good girl. And then this side. See, she has a slightly quicker steps when she moves beside it. She's not walking like it's not there. But I think with a couple of rounds, things might look different. She actually walked over it. Good girl. Yeah. Now she's coming this way. Ah, that's perfect. Good girl. I think it was more her idea to walk. Yeah, you can follow me over here. Oh. To walk over the turf than it was my idea. She had kind of convinced herself it wasn't that dangerous. This way, please. Thank you. Good girl. Let's see. She's checking it out. That's, of course, a sensible thing to do when you're a prey animal with 4 feet that you rely on. Maybe if I walk over it, she will follow. She stepped on it with 1 foot. Yeah, good girl. The best thing is to actually get them to do it on their own, so you don't get jumped on by your horse, if they spook. So I will try now. to bend her there. Thank you. To see if she can do it on her own. Yeah. This is very good. The slower, the better. It's no big deal that she backs out of it again. Yeah, good girl. Perfect. And now this way. You can do it. Good girl. And this way. Perfect. I'm gonna stop here because she has walked over the turf and she has been relaxed about it. She's happy now. She's quite content. Yeah, was it a fun session?